Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We are trying to figure out how to throw in a mix of longer tactics pieces and short bite-sized ones that we did through the season. So please like and comment more in the video so we can know your preferences. Help us to do a better and more efficient job of bringing good videos to you. Check out the community post. We will be putting up polls to get your opinions on some things. Thanks. Let's start with the host, Germany. The Germans weren't very hopeful coming into the tournament because of their recent history. At the brink of the Euros, Julian found the right formula for his team. It has been working so far. They started the tournament with a big win to announce themselves. Here is how. First, Kroos getting back into the team has been the key of what Germany do with the ball. In their game against Scotland, he sat out in the back three during build-up to dictate the tempo of the game. He is the metronome of the team. He forms a diamond with Andrich and dictates, mostly from the left. On other occasions, they move to form 2-4 with the wingbacks when the Scots presses higher. The Germans build up in a 3-1-5-1 shape. The 5 in front of Andrich is the tactical stroke. They push their wingbacks high up and form a 3-attack midfield bank of Gundogan, Musiala, and Wirtz just ahead of the Scots defense. Kai Havertz keeps the center backs busy and the attacking midfielders roam freely. Gundogan is the line that string the attack together. When the ball gets to wingbacks, he moves into the box to form a front two with Kai Havertz. This gives Wirtz and Musiala space to operate freely behind him. He drops sometimes to create a pivot to help the ball progression. In transitions, Mittelstadt, the left wingback, provides cover for when Kroos move higher or steps into the middle of the park. Julian had his team execute a high 1-3 press. They invite the wingback closer to support the out-wide and box opponents in. For now, 2 games in the Germans have established themselves in the tournament. The players to keep an eye on are Musiala, Gundogan, and none other than Kroos. Next, we have Spain. The Spaniards are a little different this tournament. They aren't stuck in a loop trying to keep the ball for long. They've changed, and it's a welcoming one. For their opponents, they should watch out. This is a review of their tactics against Croatia. They broke down this formidable Croatian team by the end of the first 45 minutes. The change has a lot to do with the attacker they brought to the tournament. They brought young, extremely quick, and exciting winger in Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams. Spain has a vertically stacked midfield for the majority of the game. They build up with a triangle between the center backs with Rodri at the top. The fullbacks stay high and wide with Fabian stacked ahead and between the lines. Pedri stays high closer to the attacking line. This stacking creates a lot of space for attacking the Croatians. Morata stays high occupying the center backs and Pedri joins to make the defense narrower. This creates a situation that leaves a winger free to attack in space. Spain are more direct and they go to the front line quicker. This is how they got the first goal of the game. Fabian Ruiz has been fantastic so far. He ghosts in between the lines, picking the ball in acres of space. He is very difficult to mark. He was a standout in the first game. He was excellent in setting up Morata and weaving through the Croatian defense for the second. The big teams press this tournament. Spain presses in a 2-2 press that is slightly tilted. Pedri and Yamal kept pressure on by staying on Brozovic and Kovacic. This Spain, if wasn't part of the favorites, have definitely made their claim. They are one to keep an eye on. It will be interesting how they tweak their style against better opponents as the tournament progresses. Their players to watch are their wingers and Fabian Ruiz. Finally, it is England. Coming into the tournament, The English boast of talents who have definitely made their stamp on the European game this season. They have the Premier League best player, as well as La Liga's best with Europe's top scorer. Their team was out of balance, with the left now offering as much of a threat compared to the right. The English set up in a 3-back in possession. They push Trippier higher up out on the left, where the other fullback, Walker, stays with the center backs to form the 3. They shape up in a 3-2-5 and build up. This has their attacking midfielders, Foden and Jude, supporting Kane, have more freedom in their movements. Sometimes Trent move out wide and Saka moves towards the box to keep their shape. This keeps the rest defense in check. They maintain this shape when Walker step ahead to create the space for Saka. Trent drops to occupy the vacated space. Saka runs to the ball to cross and they get their goal through Jude. They sometimes attacked in transitions too. England remained quiet for most of the game after goal. Their biggest problem was progressing the ball from deep and keeping it ticking. Trent lost the ball a few times under pressure from midfield. They kept playing around the Serbs' mid-block instead of through it. Saka kept drawing attention of the fullback. He beat his man sometimes and sometimes run in behind on a few occasions. Jude was a standout on the day. His goal highlighted what he has been good at for Real Madrid this season. His contributions have been impressive, and it looks like those of a striker. In defense, England sat in a 4-1-4-1. They sat deeper for most of the second half. It was so much better on the second round of games. We will see how they fare as the tournament progresses. This has been a quick review for 3 major games of the first half of the Euros. We will be here to bring you the tactical review of the second round also. The Euros are on the way. I must say it is good departure from club football. There is a whole new energy to it and different cultural involvement from fans. It is different enough with the styles of play that most of the teams that face off do different things. It still has the quality and intensity of the club games, and some interesting ways have been implemented among teams to highlight their highs and balance the lows. The first round of games was exciting with good surprises here and there. A like and sub to the channel is very much appreciated, and see you after the second round of games.